everyone. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Richie. This is Six String Fun. Gonna do a tune. I've only played a handful of times before, and I've kind of played it. The version I've played is not the version of the original that we'll kind of go over maybe here today. So anyway, Who'll Stop the Rain, Creedence Clearwater Revival. The version that I've done is kind of the cover that Springsteen and E Street Band have done in the past. It's very similar, but there's some differences. And I think just from knowing that version, I might kind of do my own little thing here. So it may not be 100% accurate, but it is there. And it's, if you want to play it, it should be there, especially on the acoustic guitar by yourself. But it's pretty straightforward. The key of G, at least I'm pretty sure it's G. So, you play the G chord, C, there's a D. You got an E minor, an A minor. There might be something else in there, but that's about it. So we'll get into that. But if you haven't done so, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the other videos. It really helps me out a lot. And the comments below, like, dislike, it really, I read everything. I take it all to heart in terms of just trying to be better and getting what I think you guys want. So I appreciate it. All I really do. So let's get into this one. It's going to start off on a G. The intro is G and E minor. That's how I've done it. I know there's some variation, as I mentioned. One of the cool things, and you can do it now, you can do it later in the song. I know when it's very prominent on the CCR version. I don't think it's anywhere else in the tune. There's a bass walk there. It's G, so we're all on the sixth string, right? So it's G, F sharp, E open, and then it comes back down. So you can kind of have that bass line going in certain parts of the song. You want to do it in the intro? Just a G. To the E minor and back. You can do that. There's also, I think, in terms of that first chord, there's some arpeggiated notes there. If you're doing solo acoustic, just strum it. I think it's easier that way. And when I'm playing that E minor, I'm actually keeping my fingers, if you can see that, I'm keeping them anchored in the same position I would for a G chord. So it's the third fret of the E and the B strings. I'm keeping those there. Like that. And then like this. That's just how I do it. I think it kind of just gives it a little more flavor to it. So, and the vocals begin, long as I remember. You're going to switch to a C. Back to the G. Now you can obviously play the G this way, play the C, or if you want to throw that G back into the bass, still a C chord. So the first verse, that's all you're pretty much doing. Second and third verses, there's another chord thrown in there, but we're going to worry about that later. So it's going to be G, rain's been falling down, back to the G, clouds, keep playing that G, back to the C, to the G. So you kind of get to that pre-chorus part. And all we're doing there is we're just flip-flopping the C and the G. So instead of starting on the G, you're kind of starting on that C. Right? And then the strumming pattern is listen to the tune and probably vary a little bit, but that's basically it. Play that twice. The third time, D to the E minor. I hit the D as a turnaround. So it's now during the song, the strumming continues. I'm just kind of doing that just to kind of show you the changes. That E minor doesn't get held like that until the very end of the song. So the E minor should be strummed. Right? So it's back to the verse. The thing with this tune, especially the Creedence tune, and I don't remember with the Springsteen version because I played in a Springsteen cover band and we did it that way. It's quick. The changes are very quick. You don't really kind of hang on a chord as a rest almost to get into the chorus or the next verse. It moves quick. Even you'll see as we get into that bridge area in a little bit after the second chorus, it just bang right into it. So we go back into the chorus, the verse. Here's how it gets a little bit different now because we're going to throw in a B minor. Okay. If you can't play the B minor, it's all good. Just play the verse we've already done. It'll work. But for completeness, if you want to do the B minor, we'll show you how we do it. Okay, so second verse. I think it's I went down to G. Shelter. G. B minor. C. So all we're doing there is we're just throwing in that B minor. So the first part of the verse is the same. It's going to be G, shelter from the storm. We've done that already. We're going to do the G again. Instead of the C, we're going to the B minor first. Now to the C. Back to the G. It's the only difference we're working on here. Back to the pre-chorus. 5-year deals. Twice there. And just strum it. Okay, so now you know what the second chord. The only difference we've done so far is throwing in that B minor. Everything else is the same. We're going into that bridge section now, where it's a quick turnaround, boom, 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 the chords before you know it, you're out of it. So those chords are going to be C, G, D, A minor, C, E minor. And I throw the D back in there. So if we're coming out of the chorus, I guess, let's make this easier. So kind of the same chords we've been playing, the same rest that I've been doing. Just listen to the tune, but that particular bridge is going to be C, G, D, and then an A minor, C, E minor. And I throw that D in there as that turnaround, go back into the G. Listen to the tune, and you should be able to get that. Third verse, a little funky, because it sounds like it almost sounds like the guitars come out and the drumming picks up a little bit more prominence there. So you kind of just hear more the kind of happens. You can play it that way. You can do what you want. You can just play like you've been playing the other one. It doesn't matter. It's all there. But what you can do is if you want to put the dynamics in there, and then it goes back into that pattern we've been doing. So kind of odd, a little different, but leave it up to you. But the foundation is just that G and C over and over again like we've been doing since the beginning. That's kind of your whole tune, basically. So definitely is a classic, definitely one that's been around for a long time. If you play the acoustic guitar, probably one you should know. I don't play it as much as I should or have played it, but this is something that should be done often. But you know what I'm saying. It's one of those tunes to have in the catalog up here so that when someone yells it out, like Freebird, you know, you can do it. So those are the chords right there. Just listen to the tune. As I mentioned in the beginning, in the end, that bass walk down becomes prominent. I'm pretty sure on the CCR recording. So go to the intro that we did. We did the G and the E minor. So all I'm doing there is, as I mentioned, I'm walking down this bass line. G, so it's a third fret. We're only doing this on the 6th string, okay? Third fret, which is the G, second fret, which is your F sharp, open, which is the E, right? And just a incorporate the chords with that. Here's your tune. So hopefully it helped you out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you want to hear some more CCR, I was never a huge CCR fan. Definitely like some of the tunes, but I always say if bands that I definitely like, but there's bands that I really like Rush. That's kind of my wheelhouse in terms of really just diving into a band. But so much good music out there. But I definitely like the tunes. This one I think everyone should kind of know, at least have it in that catalog. If anyone needs to pull it out, you can do it. There you go. All right, thanks for sticking around and checking this video out. I appreciate it. See you in the next one. Later.